Hey guys, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't been here for such a long time and hope that you guys are doing great. I just have some news that I would like to share since been stopped completely talking about EB3, so I'm back to share with you some great news. I've been waiting for this such a long time, and right now my excitement and my hype and everything is already gone, but at least I am updating this to you guys so you guys have some hope, because for me, I'm not stressed out too much worrying about my process for EB3 anymore, because I told myself and a lot of my audience that we need to do something in our life at the same time, parallel with the EB3, so we not got angry, got frustrated, and also worry too much about the process. So let me share with you about 9 months journey from the day that I started this process until now, which is May 2022. How it go? So you guys can either make that decisions in the future for you to start a process or do whatever you think is good for you. So let me go back to the old day before that I actually knew about EB3. Not really. I heard from a couple of friends long times ago, but I just ignored it because I thought that I came here for school and education, so I was expecting to graduate and also get a sponsorship from a big company after my degree. But life wasn't a rainbow. Because actually after graduation in 2019, COVID hit, so it's terrible that I didn't really take the advice or hear anything from my friends about the process. I was like, I'm good, I'm smart enough to get a sponsorship from a big company. Why I have to do like all that kind of these visa, and especially have to go work for unskilled worker? I'm not that stupid. So that is the first thing came to my mind whenever I heard about this, and it was me, yes, a couple years ago. And right now at this point, my friend already got a green card and they're moving into a different journey. But hey, let me tell you this, you are not alone, and I'm here with you today to tell you that I was that person who said no to EB3, not only one time, not only 2 times, 3 times or more than that. And after a couple years since the day I heard about this EB3 in 2017 or 2018, I heard someone said about that again actually in 2020 when COVID just barely haven't started yet. I'm like, no, I'm going back home to Vietnam to start my business after my internship, so I'm good. I don't want to do a work at the chicken factory, because one of my friends actually started the process with that. And then, COVID and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, now I have to go back to school. Now I don't know what to do, and my goal haven't achieved anywhere. My life is not going as planned. I was really shocked and really depressed and couldn't return home because for some reason that's the government didn't approve for my process go back to Vietnam. So, and the beautiful day, I went to a coffee shop for a brand new opening, and I had a chance to talk with someone about something I don't remember. I asked, hey, so what is your status here right now so far? And then he shared about this. He told me, but he didn't really said what kind of visa. He just said, I'm doing with this agency right here and waiting for my green card. I'm like, what is that? So it didn't click me during that time, but I took pictures of the company, which is BDV Solutions. But if anything is right now, I'm doing the process with MCC. I'm going to tell you the reason why after that. So it was, I heard that again and I left, and then it wasn't really hit me. And later on, 1 month later, that was around in August 2022, by the way. 1 month later, I talked with somebody else around September. I'm like, I think I heard about this type of EB3 that you actually can work for a company for just 1 year or 12 months and you get green card 10 years. Like, I never heard of this. And one of my friends said, oh, I think I know this. So they said they will give me a number of the lady who actually doing the process for EB3 and the other type of visa. And I actually reached out to her based on the phone number that my friend gave it to me. And you know how much actually she told me for the process? But she said like, oh, she explained a little bit about what's going on. But she really was kind of forcing me, like, if you apply the application with my company or with me, you have to follow our regulations, you have to go somewhere else, you cannot pick, so that's the only option that you have to choose, but it's around 100K. I was like, 100K? Come on, lady. Do you know the reason why? Because I actually started watching the videos, that educational videos about EB3 at the same time I called that lady with BDV solution. So I already know what's going on and how much there's a cost for the applications with this type of visa. And when I heard that 100K from her, I was like, you know what? You can keep that. But she was really a little bit mean and really bossy and didn't give me a couple options to choose. I'm like, I don't need it. So I just want to ask to see if actually it's helpful in her company or not. So just for your reference, you gotta keep asking a lot of people who doing process for EB3, not only from one specific company. You have to do research, expanding your knowledge and see what's the offer out there and what's your options. So during that time that I keep calling, couple people actually start doing research more on my side. I call my friends who told me about this long times ago about the chicken factory, and also I did research for EB3 from BDV Solutions, and I found MCC, and I found couple websites from different companies that I'm not really want to list out in here, but you guys can go back to the PowerPoint video last time. So I did research for actually a bunch of company. And I even fly out to Atlanta and keep calling people on the phone to see what are the options for me out there and how much does it cost. So the process, so this is actually the third time or the fourth time I heard about EB3. And while watching the videos, I have more understandable about the visa and not heard from anyone. I actually went to the website from the USCIS, did my research, and also look it up the informations. And by doing that, I was able to really improve my knowledge and also help a lot of people, especially Vietnamese people and also people on my channel, about 10 ways to get a green card. So by doing that, I was really improve my knowledge that I didn't know for the last 5 years I living here. And thank you so much, Guy, for actually letting me share my knowledge back to you and also watching my videos. Anyway, get back to my process. During around September, I also fly to Atlanta, fly to Alabama to visit my friends who actually doing the EB3 process to see if it's real or not. You know, you need to see and be there to know if it's real process, because you cannot 100% trust people. So at the same time, I'm doing that for myself and for my audience to see what's the real life in the process. But she kindly asked me to really take the video off for her privacy and whatever for her good. So I respect that, and I apologize if I posted that before, because I was thinking this might help a lot of people, but she didn't like it. So I took it off on my channel. And that time I contact actually a lot of agency, and finally I make the decisions to go with MCC, because BDV Solution have a lot of applicants already on their website, on their Facebook group, and not so much people do application with MCC. So I decided that, you know what, I got scared a little bit because there's not much reviews out there and the real results from this company. So I want to be a pioneer to really take that risk and actually can do this video and share back to you at this point. More importantly, during that time, the BDV solution didn't have that much of the varieties of the job that I'm looking for. Also, the stay that a little bit limited, so I have no interest living in there. And I actually fell in love with MCC because they have the stay, the city, and the job that I am looking for because I study hospitality and business. So I see that I envision myself that first I want to be a pioneer to do it so I can share back the videos for you guys. Secondly, they have the job that I'm looking for. And third, I just curious about the customer service and all the process they're doing because they are a new company. And I think it's just really convenient. At the same time, they give us the opportunity for consultations in person, so it creates a trust with me more than the other company. So yeah, that's the reason why I scheduled the first consultations with MCC back in September 28. It's the very first video consultation. I talked to them, and then 1 month after that, I post the video, but during that 1 month period, I already processed with them, and I paid for my first payments around October 19 before I post the video with you guys. So yeah, and I would email back and forth, and also when I pay, I move to the next process, which is the first meeting email, when going to be, and also submit all the paperwork that required for the applications. And then around November, I got a little bit angry with the people who work at the company a little bit, the way they answer a little bit slow. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes we do paperwork and we want everything to be fast, and then we got angry, and I was that person. So I was just like really upset about, certain thing with people work there. But anyway, so I stay calm a little bit. I have to practice calmness, and at the same time being patient with the process. That is the most important thing ever. Patience and calm. So I hope you guys can do that too. I know it's really hard. And then after I got angry, so we start the first meeting for the phase 1 that they talk about when they're going to do for the PERM, and also certain requirements for the phase 1 process and certain thing. And then keep continuing. 1 month passed by. December is the time that I even got more angrier because, you know what? I received the email after 2 months that it's not going anywhere, and they suggest for us, whoever apply with the IHOP application, to change the sponsor. 2 months and receive that email is frustrated. Who can understand this beside me? I was really pissed. I just want to get my money back. Only 2 months. So see, I don't have any patience anymore. So they sent us actually a couple options to choose different sponsor if we want to switch. Some places back in Wisconsin, one of them in California, and during anything related to labor work with constructions. But as a girl, I don't think I can do that, but I was really want to take that job. But it was filled out so quickly, and they said like they already filling up so fast. So I request for my money back, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. Only 2 months and I'm already done. So I totally understand whoever wait for this process more than 6 months and even almost a year, and you got cancellations or got denied from the sponsor for any reason. I know it's frustrated, and I completely not 100% understand how you feel, but it's happened and we have to accept that. Anyway, moving on. So I have to talk to myself, you know what, I already been here, and this process actually take time, and everything, obstacles in life, we need to overcome it. So I decided to stay with IHOP applications. December haven't been great yet, and I got COVID by the end of the year, so we'll stay home like a whole month. That happened, school, and COVID. Oh my gosh, life was great. You know what? I still survive and talking to you guys right now at this point. So, January passed by, February passed by, March passed by, haven't heard anything, but during that 3 months period, a lot of people watching my videos and answering or asking me questions. I was back and forth with you guys, and also a lot of you guys schedule based on my link that I share. And some of you actually get approved, and I also got approved for that. And I started talking to one of my referrals, how she doing with her process, because, she used my link. So I want to reach out to her and ask her what's going on. And the funny thing is, around March 28, I don't know, everything happened for the 28. Yes, I got a good emails from her that she passed the process for phase 1. I didn't really go into it deep for the questions, like did she get an LC or she got approved for the pre-wavelength whatsoever. I didn't add, I just congrats her. But she applied after me around 2 months. And I haven't received any email from them yet, but she got it before me. So, sometimes our timeline is so different. Even though you do that before someone else, they do it after you, like half year. They got approved before you. So life is unpredictable. We don't know, and we cannot control it. I was really shocked. I'm like, wow, I pay and I apply for this before you 2 or 3 months, and now you got it before me. What's going on in the world? But anyway, I'm happy for her because she was my referral, and she also applied with iHope. So I still patiently wait for it because I have school, I have different things that I add on, because back in December or so, I was really didn't have much thing to do. I only go to schools, and that's why I have so much free time. But New Year came, and I started adding my life coach training on my agenda, and also go to school full time, and also start a business back home, and so much thing that I don't even have time to really care about the process of my EB3 anymore. But yeah, so email back and forth, they keep sending us about AQ updating, almost there. And then around April 18 and 28 again, they sent me the email that the prevailing process has been approved, and they waiting for the cooling off periods, and also apply for the PERMs and the I-140 around 2nd week of May. And then you know what? I didn't even have time to check the email. I saw it, but I didn't really go into to actually start the process because I'm way too busy to care about that process anymore. So yeah, my tips for you is you keep staying busy as much as possible so your brain is not thinking about that process anymore. So it's going parallels, and whatever EB3 going here, your life's still going with it. So you're not waiting for anything. You're not going to get old. You got wiser. So that is my tips for you guys. So just keep thinking about it. So yeah. So far right now, I really want to show you what did they send it to me through the website, and what kind of paperwork that I am going to prepare for the next process. Because they mentioned that they will start the applications submit around 2nd week in May, and right now it's already May 5. So I need to really doing it before it's going to be late. So let's walk you guys through what kind of paperwork they asked me to do. So this is the website called mycase.vip that they do or created for us to access our case, and this is whatever in there. And so first thing is the employer questionnaire, and then foreign national questionnaire, email PERM prep sheets, receive okay for PERM, fill prevailing wage requests, request PERM quotes, email agency, receive requiring determinations, I think it's this, release as, also email notice of filing, email PERM recitations, receive PERM attorney, receive all many things that's in there. And then also like these are also the tab that we need to create it. I haven't done anything, so it's a lot of paperwork that I need to fill out, and you just need to make sure that you guys are ready whenever they ask. And also this is the required documents that they requested. Also resume, university diplomas, transcript, academic evaluations, letter of experience from past employer, medicals, and H1B petitions if they have it. If some people actually apply for H1B before, you guys need to have this. If you don't have it, then you don't need to submit it. A copy of your W2, 3-month recent paycheck, and then also of this. So this will take a lot of process for us to fill out, and also references, and then account billing. So yeah, that's pretty much for what they request me to fill out. So I have actually 10 days or so. They don't give me a specific website or deadline, but I just need to do it ASAP in order to catch up with the process. After showing you what is my process, let me go back to summarize of the EB3 process for you from the beginning to at this moment. About 2 stages. First is consular process, and the second one is a process of adjustment of status. I am the AOS, which is adjustment of status, because I'm inside of US right now. So you know the difference between those two. So the summaries of the EB3 process, if you are outside of US, we have the prevailing wage state, which is where the company or the sponsor submit with the government to see it's like how much they pay for the employees if they starting going to work. So that is out of our control. So these two, prevailing and advertising cooling payments, or the PERM, until the USCIS I-140 stay, are the same of 2 process. So I'm cutting down so we talk less about that. So the first 2 options, it's out of control because it's determined by the governments and from the US. So we cannot do anything. That's why it takes longer or faster, depends on them. There's nothing we can do. We cannot force the process. And then after they approve for that, they go into the advertisement and cooling periods. I assume that they will check that is with advertisement that the sponsor posts in order to hire people, or where they what did they do in the past in order to try to hire people. And I think this process right here is around 5 months that they projected. So I think it seemed like it's followed the process, though. I don't know, for some reason some people told me that from the first day you pay until you get the LC, it's around 6 months. So that's the reason why I have that idea in mind for the whole time. Now I look at my PowerPoint and it's going about right with the process. So from the first day we submit for the first payment until they go through the prevailing requests and determinations, around 5 months. And after the cooling period, for me, so far it took around 9 months already. So it took a little bit longer, but there's nothing we can do. And then after 9 months, right now they go into the PERM process, which is filling out, submit all the paperwork for that. And I think from the day we submit it will take another 6 months. And then from the day the PERM got approval, we're moving to the process for the USCIS I-140 stay. And then here they said around 2 weeks, or 2 weeks if we pay for the FAST or the rocket, because we pay money for the government to process the USCIS I-140 faster. So it depends. I believe it's around $2,500 it will take only 14 days or 2 weeks for that process if you pay that much of money. If you don't have that much of money, you will wait around 5 more months for the process to be approved. So yeah, make sure that if you want to push your time, be faster than suggested to save that money right now, because time is money. So yeah, so far I don't have much to share with you because I haven't get there yet, but right now I'm in the second periods right here, as you can see on the second page. So yeah, so that's why I'm doing this, to share back with you. So in the future, if I have anything to share, I will do so we can stay on the same page and help you feel better in the process and not being alone. Alright, so let me share the summary of my process before again, since August last year, 2021, until today, May 2022, so you can understand how have I been through, and then also stick with me in this process. If you trust me, I hope that you can also use my link and schedule the consultation with them if you like their jobs, the city that they offer, and also, try out their customer service. Then you do it. If not, you can go back to try BDV solutions or different companies that whatever match your budget, your interest, your experience, and whoever been there, done that, you can follow them. But this is me, so I chose it. I know that a couple of people share with me they got denied after more than 6 months or 9 months waiting for them, but life is unpredictable, so we cannot tell or make sure that this will go in anywhere. But it's the alternative way for you to achieve your goals while living in this country, as long as you have some faith, some patience that I don't have. I think you do. And also the knowledge that you trust the company. So yeah, let me do it again. So August, third time, heard about EB3. September, in August to September, I doing research with BDV Solutions, MCC, and different companies, and also different agency from Atlanta, Florida, California, Wisconsin, and also North Carolina. I flew out to different states in order to see people through their process. And I scheduled the first consultation with them around September 28. And I paid for the process around $5,000 in October 19. And I post the video for you guys for the consultations around October 28. And then on November 16, I have the first one meeting with the people who from MCC. In December is bad news, so I try to request a refund and really try to give up. But life go through, so moving on. And January, I have a couple referrals that use my link. They got approved and I got approved, which is when you use my link, you get $500 off, and I also get some deductible for my process as well. And then around March, the referrals got the good news from her. I feel happy, and I have some faith ready. And then around April 18, my process for the pre-waiving, the first state, got approved. And now, May, at this point, I'm trying to finish and wrap it up, all the requirements, paperwork, so I can submit for my PERM paperwork. And later on for the I-140. Well, hope you understand the process and make all the decisions that whatever is good for you, not good for me. Make sure it's good for you and match your budget, your timeline, your interest, whatever you're going to live. Even the salary, how much they pay you, is that a good state for you to live? All the opportunity, you have to be the person who make that decision. I'm just here to share with you the experience, the process, the knowledge, and the existing information from the government, USCIS website. And you gotta make that actions become true and make your dream come true. Thank you once again for watching my videos, and in the future, if I have any good news and updates, I will definitely share with you guys the obstacles and good news with you. Just make sure that you know you are not alone in the process. And peace!